wow, he's a great engineer. The engineer salary was so low at that time. So my first preference was to become a professor.
Skills or degree? Which one you prefer? So one has a skills but not has a degree. Will you hire them? Let's talk about AI, artificial intelligence. As many companies have stopped the use of different AI, people think that switching the company is a better option because they are getting around 11 or 10% more by switching the company. How do you think in the next 10 years or 15 years, where will be the Zensar? जनरल स्टोरी में आपका स्वागत है सर। कैसे हैं आप?
बहुत बढ़िया. I'm really doing great.
That's really fantastic.
My name is Raghavendra Dargulkar. I'm nicknamed as Raghu. I'm playing Senior Vice President role in Zensar Technologies. I have 3 decades of IT experience. I worked across media, telecom, retail, CPG, and all other domain work, and doing really enabling the IT services business for Zensar now. And I'm based out of Bangalore.
मैं एक अजीब सवाल से स्टार्ट करना चाहूंगा। क्या आप सारे काम खुद करना पसंद करते हैं या एज अ टीम मेंबर्स में डिवाइड करना पसंद करते हैं?
ये जो काम रहता है ना, अलग अलग तरीके से हम देखते हैं उसको. फैंटास्टिक क्वेश्चन. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, द वे वी लुक एट द वर्क इज नॉट लाइक अ वर्क शुड बी गिवन टू समबडी और समथिंग लाइक दैट. वी लुक एट एवरी लेवल व्हाट इज अ वर्क दैट पर्सन कैन डू. कैन दैट पर्सन टेक 1+ higher level of work, then we start providing that work to that person. But always we try to find something which is much more challenging for us. Okay. So at this level, I always prefer most of the work to be done by my team. I'm the next levels and all. And I try to look at how the work is getting done and all. But at the same time, beyond the work, there's so much of work that need to happen. And that's what I take it up.
आपके लाइफ में कभी कोई ऐसे फेजेस आए हैं जहां आपको बहुत लो फील हो रहा था, या एट सम पॉइंट, मुझे लगता है स्पेसिफिक पॉइंट पे कि हर मीन्स इंसान के लाइफ में कुछ ऐसे फेजेस आते हैं जहाँ पे वो बहुत लो फील करता है, लो मोटिवेशन फील करता है, एंड मैं वो फेजेस आपके लाइफ में बारे में जानना चाहता हूँ.
अरे बहुत सारे ऐसे हैं विच आर एक्चुअली देयर आर एन नंबर ऑफ थिंग्स वेयर वी कीप गोइंग थ्रू द लो फेजेस. If you have to go back and check, I keep telling to all my people as well that I have gone through now 7 recessions.
Oh.
So people will always say recessions, okay, jobs will go.
Mm-hmm.
But the way, the mindset that we had was, how can we create more jobs?
Yeah.
Right? So you always have to think that, only this week my job is available. So how do I earn next week's job? So it means like in 30 years, if you really multiply that into 52, so many recessions would have come.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you think from that perspective, there are always lows in everybody's life, everybody's career, but you have to start thinking positive about it. Right? So there are n number of things where it went wrong. We were not able to deliver on time. We had a lot of challenges. Personally, there were challenges as well and all.
Mm-hmm.
So we all have to overcome all those challenges and start looking at मेरा काम क्या है, what is that I'm committing to my customer, what is that I'm committing to my team, what is that I'm committing to my company.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to focus on that and really come out of all those low.
Okay, that's really fantastic. Can you share one of the biggest challenges that you have ever overcome yet in your life? Let it be the personal or professional.
Yeah, on a personal side, there are so many challenges, but on the work-life thing, if I have to say, in 2003, there was a challenge in terms of recession. There was a challenge in terms of winning new deals. There were challenges in terms of getting into new projects and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very tough. It was very tough at that time. Lot of companies were trying to remove the jobs and all that.
Mm-hmm.
New technology were coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So we were moving away from C++ to a Java related work as well.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, the challenge was that how do we really train the people? How do we really give them the jobs? How do we really enable them to think future?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was the biggest challenge. And the way we overcome was to keep teaching the people, to keep training the people, and also motivate them to achieve much more higher. In fact, we used to work continuously more than 60, 70 hours a week, and even sometimes on the weekends as well, just to impress our customers. And the moment the customers are really impressed, we used to get more projects. So there's several instances like this where we have gone multiple steps extra compared to what our customers are expecting. So we were able to deliver well.
So can you share some of the secrets to deal with the customers?
Absolutely. So customers are our kings, right? They are the one who actually not only trust us, not only give us the work, but also at the same time they believe in us that we will be able to deliver. The best thing is to put ourselves in their shoes, be very, very trustworthy and committed, and deliver on time, on schedule or ahead of schedule, and with a budget that the customer is asking, right? That way you will be able to win the customers' hearts. But I want to go one step further and say that be yourself a customer, right? In that sense, when you start thinking like a customer, then you will be able to understand the pain that your customer is going through, and you'll be able to deliver much better. So that's what I feel one should do to really succeed in this life.
Yeah, we should think of perspectives of the customers as well.
Correct. That's how we have to think about.
Okay, that's truly fantastic. So let's delve into your college days. I think college days is one of the best days.
Yes.
So the thing is, I want to know more about your college days.
Yeah, so my college day, I studied in PD Engineering College, Gulbarga.
Okay.
And at that time, a lot of great professors were there in our colleges. It was known for bringing the best of best engineers from that colleges. And this college actually had PhDs, and this college also had a lot of great professors. We went ahead and did a digital signal processing as one of the toughest subject that we had. But the best thing that I could say is like we are in our friend circle of around maybe half a dozen to dozen people, where we decided that we will not only just crack the exams, but also we learn each other from what exactly the college is teaching about engineering. We also worked with Bharat Electronics. We worked on ADSP 2102. At that time, it was very latest for us. We always used to work with each other to say how it can be learned, how actually it can be progressed, how it can actually shown to the professors and all that. We also are trying to get a lot of professors to come and talk to us as well. So in that way, we were very, I could say the honesty. There was a lot of, we were all quite honest in terms of what we want to learn, how do we want to learn and everything. So those were the qualities that really helped us to come forward.
Okay, that's great, sir. What was your mindset at the age of 22? Did you decide to go at the corporate field at the age of 22 or after the engineering?
At that time, I know you have to rewind back now, 89 and 93. At that time, none of the jobs that you are all having were there. In India, there was a lot of tough competitions in terms of even getting a job as well. If I have to quote, if a person get a 800 rupees to 1200 rupees job, people used to say, wow, he's a great engineer. So the engineer salary was so low at that time, right? Our best thing was to become a professor. Our next best thing was to go and work in an electronics company like Bharat Electronics or any of the POCs and all. The next best was to get into a private organization. At that time, the software was just about to come into India, just about started and all that. Was very happy to say that worked on latest projects, and I got a lot of embedded related work at that time. So it just happened. It's not that I want to become and come into corporate. My mother always says I have to be in as a professor. So my first preference was to become a professor. Okay. But that didn't happen. Yeah. And went to the corporate world. But in the corporate world also, I got a lot of good work. Because of that, I think here I am. That's all I could say.
So, what is the work day in your life as per current?
Here I can take Zensar. Zensar actually has a good framework called Happiness Framework. It is being developed by RPG Group. And I also played 1 year of Happiness chairperson in Zensar. Here we really love people to enjoy their life while they are working and be very happy about what they are doing and all that. So this framework really helps us, each one of us, to not look at how many hours we are working. Look at, are we owning our projects or not? Are we owning our roles or not? Are we responsible or not? It doesn't matter whether you start your work at 9 a.m. and close at 6 p.m. or whatever, right?
It's not about 8-9 hours.
Yeah. It is nothing to do with when do you start and when do you close. It is to do with, are you understanding your role? If so, are you able to play that role effectively, right? That is how it will be monitored, right? You are so young, and if you, for example, if you join ZENSAR, you'll not be asked, okay, you start at 8 and finish at 6.
Yeah.
You'll be given a responsibility and you say, hey, this is what your responsibility. Will you be able to do it? If answer is yes, you will not be monitored saying that are you able to complete it or not. Okay. You will be completing it. So that's how my role is here, and work-life balance is that's how we define here. We are very happy working here in this kind of environment.
Okay. So how do you handle such a big company, Zensar?
Yeah, I don't handle company. I handle this role, senior vice president.
Yeah.
I was handling much more larger than this in my previous organization, Wipro.
Okay.
And starting from my college days till now, not just Wipro, but also ZENSAR has got a lot of corporate learnings, and they do have leadership development and all, which enables us to handle such a large portfolio. We actually look at everything as different projects and different tasks and all that. So I have a great team working with me, and as a leader, it's very important that you build your team and be with your team and help them to achieve the things, and then you contribute it as well. So the value that you bring it to the team is what makes you to handle it so effectively.
Okay. So how do you motivate your team?
It's a big topic that I keep talking about. I also want to start looking at what motivates people, right?
Yeah.
See, having a healthy mind helps us to motivate everyone. And I keep talking about health. I keep talking about their physical health, mental health, about their families. It is not networking. It is more on connecting with people. When you connect with people, they will understand much better, and they get self-motivated. So you need not talk about work on a hourly basis, daily basis, or whatever. You just need to ensure that they are being equipped well to handle the work, and then support them. That's how I motivate my people.
Can you elaborate about the Zensar culture?
Yeah, definitely. ZENSAR is like a sansar, I call, right?
Okay.
So we are one family together.
Okay.
And in this, we actually take care of each other. We actually watch each other's back. Okay. We also ensure that we work as team for the growth of ZENSAR and for the brand of ZENSAR. And that way we will actually enable that culture here. That's number one. Okay. Number two that we do here is we want, as I said, everybody to be happy working here and all. So we create that kind of environments for them to enjoy themselves. The last but not the least, the way we actually
switch to 1.5x for better viewing experience
is something different here compared to any other organization.
Okay.
Those are the top three things that comes to my mind where we all are tied up together.
Okay, so you are in Wipro for 24 years, right? And you are in Zensar. You have recently joined Zensar before 2 years ago, right? So how Zensar stands out from the big tech companies?
Yeah, so core values of Wipro and core values of ZENSAR is one and the same. Okay. Right? Wipro also works for people. Wipro also works for customers. Wipro also is stand out for integrity. Right? Similarly, ZENSAR is also stands for customers, stands for people, stands for integrity. Okay. So the value systems of the larger organization and ZENSAR is to a large extent matches. And the second one is it is being driven by all the leaders and every corner of ZENSAR who are sitting, they are leaders for us, not the role holders, right? I may be a role holder, but the leaders are in every corner of ZENSAR. Okay. So that's how ZENSAR stands out in terms of a big mid-sized company, I could say. To me, ZENSAR is a large startup. Where people will be allowed to think through, where people will be allowed to come out with a lot of solutions, where people will be encouraged to, if you're failing, fail fast, right? But they will be encouraged as well, right? So it's a great company to work for, That's how it stands out. But I don't want to compare that, okay, this is big or that is small and all that. The culture is more important.
Yeah. So that's truly fantastic, sir. Your answer is truly fantastic. So I think this question is not relevant, but I will ask this question. If I would say, will you hire me? If it's no, I'm okay with it.
Absolutely, why not? We always encourage all the youngsters to come and join us and all. Hiring is a part of the process that we follow, and there are policies and frameworks that we have set up for hiring, and we will also go through the same process and all that we have laid out, because it's very important we understand the customer's requirements and we understand what kind of skills that we need for our projects and all that. So if you're able to come through that and if you're qualifying, why not?
Okay, so I asked this question because I want to know the perspective how Zensar hiring process works. So can you please elaborate on this?
I think hiring project, we hire freshers for sure, but at the same time the volume that we hire is lesser than the tier 1, and we go for definitely the degree that they have done, the skills that they have gathered, and the kind of exams that they are going to clear and all that. So that's how the process is, right? But have we hired somebody outside the process? Yes, for experienced candidates, right? Are we willing to hire somebody who are not graduates but done something great and they want to come here and do great? Why not? So the processes are there for standardization of hiring. So that's how we work.
Okay, that's really fantastic, sir. Skills or degree, which one you favor about
Skills.
it? Okay, skills. So one has a skills but not has a degree. Will you hire them?
Absolutely, why not?
Let's talk about AI, artificial intelligence. As many companies have different work cultures. Are you with me? So many companies have stopped the use of ChatGPT and different AI tools in their companies culture for their employees. So what do you think about this?
So very interesting question. The way I look at it is when I started my career, we were doing assembly line coding. Okay. Everything used to be assembly line. To write a particular program, we used to take a day or 2 days, or sometimes debug and everything, maybe a week also. Then came C language, where it had libraries.
Okay, yeah.
And whatever we are writing in C, it used to translate into an assembly language. But there itself, what we used to do is to look at some of the critical programs and hard code it, because timing was very important. Yeah. So then came it C++, okay, yeah. Right? One abstract layer. Right? As we progress from C++ to Java to now the latest technologies, right? Yeah. For last 3 decades, the technology kept on evolving, and people started adopting it. So my view is we should not run away from AI or GenAI or ChatGPT. It's a new technology. The work can get done faster. We have to look at how do we adopt some of these things into the work that we are doing. And if it helps us to improve the performance, if it helps us to reduce the cost involved in terms of completing a project, we should adopt it. Okay. We should never ever run away from the new technologies. But at the same time, as I said, I'm in the service industry. Very important that I should know about how my customer environment is running. I should ensure that my customer is happy with what we are trying to bring in. And it should be most secured one, because nowadays a lot of things happens which is security related challenges will be there. So other than that, I think we should never ever run away from the new technologies. GenAI, ChatGPT, all these things are helping us to cut down our costs. Yeah. And that's the direction that it is heading towards. Will it take away jobs? Answer is absolutely yes. Right? For example, earlier we were doing functional testing. There was so much of testing related people, and then automation came in. Then yes. Automation also, people were hand coding the automation things and all that. So now we have a lot of API automation. API automation has reduced functional testers, it has reduced automation people. Now you have the GenAI, which is going to write your functional test cases. It may even automate your scripts also. So the overall concept of the developer, the tester, the automator, multiple roles, those things will come down, and it will give out more and more new rules and new roles for the people to understand So they may have to now understand how GenAI is going to work, how GenAI is going to enable me to reduce the efforts involved, cost involved, and all. And it will generate more and more business in that area as well. So what I read in one of the magazine was 2.3 million jobs got created in latest technologies, including GenAI. So my view is, in last 3 decades, so many technologies that I kept on learning and moving up. This is one more technology, and I think we have to adopt it. At the same time, be very careful about the security aspects of it.
Okay, so what do you think? What is the future of AI, artificial intelligence, after the next 5 years?
Um, I don't know who can answer this question because our technology changes every 6 months, every 9 months, right? As I said earlier, also, you cannot even believe that to even deposit some money, we used to stand in queue for hours together in banks. Now, within few seconds, I'm able to do a transfer of lakhs of rupees through the UPI and other things, right? So, how this GenAI is going to take the shape, how it's going to change the world, I think it's one's imagination itself, right? I'm sure we are heading towards much more sophisticated life with all this, I could say.
Okay. So, sir, you have over around 27 years of experience in the tech field. So, can you share one of the life experience, one of the best life experience that you have learned so far in your journey? In the business perspective, let it be, and will we move on to the personal perspectives?
It is always be with people, enable people, and help them out to achieve their dreams.
Okay.
All right, starting from the beginning till now, that's how I think is the best way to take care of all the responsibilities that one can get into. Right, be a more human being. That's very important in the corporate world. That will enable the success. Whether you're a coder or a tester or a developer or a GenAI person or whatever. After all those things are work. First thing is you're a human. So if you're able to learn that, you will have not only jobs, but also you think you will create a lot of jobs as well.
Okay, so are you planning for a future startup?
I'm not sure. As I said, I was running away from this. Yes, in everybody's mind, this will be there. Can I have my own company? Can I start my own company and all that? Of course, I'm interested in having my own company. But at the same time, as you grow in your career, there are a lot of risk that comes to your mind, saying, is it right? Is it not right? And all that. So young persons like you're able to start off your own YouTuber now and all that. And as I keep on saying, there's so much young people in India are coming out with so much of different varieties of business which we never thought about as well, right? So I'm very proud of all of them. Yes, I'm thinking what is that which I want to do as well.
So let's go to the business perspectives, and I will ask you, how are you feeling now as a senior vice president of the Zensar?
I'm feeling really great. Very happy to work for Zensar. Very happy to work with all my customers and all, especially in the technologies. In the cutting edge technology that I'm working for, is really good. Right? Yeah. It's really a very good moment for us to grow from here. Right? So we are seeing it in a very positive way.
So how do you think in the next 10 years or 15 years, where will be the Zensar? At some stages. Just an approx I wanted, some guessing, it will be fine.
Yeah, I think we all Zensarians are working towards making this first $1 billion organization. Oh. That is our first step that I could say. Okay. Because we are at around $600+ million. So we want to go to $1 billion. And 10 years from now, if we all put our thoughts together, why not it be another 5 billion, 6 billion organization, right? So we need to really focus on getting into that level.
I have one question in my mind as well. So people think that switching a company is the better option because they are getting around 11 or 10% more by switching the company. What do you think in this? What are your views about this?
Investments in a particular organization will give you more and more value. The longer you stay, the longer values you'll get, right? I'm not sure if you're investing in stocks or not, but if you keep on taking your profits every 6 months, every 1 year, okay, suddenly the stock may go up so much that you will think, oh my God, why it has gone up so much, right? So your value comes when you stay bit longer, and the definition is up to individuals, because some people will get motivated to stay longer. Some people will want to switch over, but don't switch over because of the money. As you're young, switch over because of you're learning something new, or you're able to contribute something different to the other organization. So don't run behind money, at least in the first 4-5 years of your career. Establish yourself. After that, you will enjoy yourself.
So, okay, are you doing the stock market?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so can you share some of the secrets? Because there are so many, means I have seen many magazines, they like top 3 secrets for the stock markets.
Stay invested. Stay invested for longer. Automatically, you will get returns.
Would you want to give some advice to your company's employees, that I mean to say Zensarians, through our video? You can, sir.
No advice. I love each one of you.
Oh, that's truly fantastic. So thank you, Raghavendra sir, for being with us on JourneySTOry. I truly, means it's a truly fantastic interview with you, sir.